Hi everyone, I'm Justin Paperny with White Collar Advice. It's very good to be with you. Today I'm going to talk about, do your efforts really matter? I want to do this video in part because I received a call this morning from a defendant in North Carolina, actually not far from Wake Forest University, where I've done some speaking in the past. And this defendant called after watching a video I filmed last year called 10 Ways to Get More Time in Prison. And in that video, I talked about if you don't accept responsibility or disclose your substance abuse, or if you continue to spend really aggressively, if you owe restitution, if you don't engage in volunteer work. If you don't work openly with your lawyer. So I identified 10 things that I think could lead to a longer term in prison. And this defendant said to me, look, I'm not doing a lot of these things that you talk about, but here's my concern. I'm not sure that it's going to work. And he had said that to me after I suggested that he engage my colleague, Michael Santos, who does a lot of the narrative writing for my clients. And I said, well, what do you mean that it won't work? And he said, well, my concern is that I cultivate my network, that I get character reference letters, that I work with you and Michael on a narrative, that I save up to pay some restitution and so on, and that it doesn't work. And that the day that the judge sentences me, none of it means anything. And all of that work is for naught. So we have to embrace some realities. Here are some realities. You're only going to get sentenced once. So to a degree, it's impossible to know exactly what could happen because you're only going to get sentenced once. So I told this defendant, and I tell all of you, it should be your goal that as you stand up before the judge, that you're able to tell yourself and your family, there's nothing more I could have done to prepare for this moment, regardless of what the number might be, because I would never guarantee or insinuate that a specific outcome will happen by doing this work. I believe that better things will come from cultivating your network, from generating best-in-class character reference letters, through expressing through your own efforts why you're worthy of the best outcome. I believe volunteer work and giving back to your community shows that it's more than just about you. And I believe, and have done this long enough to know, that those efforts have certainly helped a number of our clients, and frankly, people that aren't my clients, who don't come across my work. Some defendants really do these things. But again, I told him and I told all of you, you can choose to do nothing because you're convinced that it won't matter. And indeed, there were a number of really great guys in prison who would say, Justin, the judges don't read your letters. The second, the judge's mind is made up the day of sentencing. I don't think he reads the sentencing memorandums, the letters. I don't think volunteer work matters. I think it's very much a formality. And there are a number of people in prison who will say that to you. And this defendant this morning was alluding to that. And he was looking for me to tell him something that would give him a greater level of comfort. And look, I've had clients say to me that I could be maybe more aggressive in expressing the benefits of preparing. That's just not really my style, right? I'm very casual. I offer advice, but I don't aggressively say, hire me. I just don't do that. So I said to him, you have to use your judgment. You have to decide if creating this narrative, of expressing to the judge who you are, of articulating the lessons learned, of growing your network and asking them to write letters on your behalf is in your interest. If scaling back your lifestyle a bit so your pre-sentence report shows that you are committed to paying back some restitution, if making a restitution payment could help you, I believe making a restitution payment can help you. There's no guarantee. I've gotten calls from people who have paid back $9 million in restitution. They still get 8 years in prison. So, it's tough to gauge, again, because you're only going to get sentenced once. But I expressed to him, as I expressed to all of you, let's just foresee the worst case scenario. Let's just say you did everything that I suggest. You pay back some money, you cut back on your spending, you do volunteer work, you write a great letter, you do everything. And the judge sits down and gives you, hey, it's the worst case scenario. Maybe that happens. What has happened along the way, though? What is that process that you put in place to get there? In other words, let's just say you end up getting 20 or 30 character reference letters. That means you have learned to tell your story to 20 or 30 people along the way. if you take the time to invest in a character in a letter in your own personal narrative, it just won't go to the judge. It's also going to go to your case manager and counselor in prison. It can go to your network, go to your probation officer upon your release, or the people who run the halfway houses. So there's the work that you'll put in is much longer lasting than simply at your sentencing. If you take the time to tell your story and get those character reference letters and do some volunteer work, you'll continue to have support while you're in prison and on the other side. So I understand the fixation of wanting to get the best possible outcome. I was there. It'll be 9 years this week that I went to prison. I was obsessed with getting home as early as possible. But let's not forget, if God forbid, you have the rare judge who doesn't read anything that you turn in, who could care less about your efforts, which I don't believe happens, but let's just work under the worst case scenario. Let's just say that happens. Let's not forget about all the work that you'll have put in along the way, the proactive approach that you will have put in each and every day to prepare. And there's dignity that comes through that. There's progress that comes through that, and telling your story and just getting out there. And that's what I told this defendant, and that's what I tell all of you. I hope you find this video helpful. If you're getting sentenced, prepare as best as you possibly can, and I hope that you can say what I said, or what my clients say before they get sentenced. Regardless of the number, there's nothing more I could have done to prepare. I wish you all well, and thank you so much for letting me come into your life, and I wish you all the best outcome. Bye-bye.